might be a bit more private.
Yeah, I know you love your privacy.
Don't worry, I'm going to tell you what you want to know.
You got plenty of answers, Alex. They just never have any truth in them. You're a doctor. No, you're not a doctor. You know Dr. Hayward. You don't know Dr. Hayward.
That's how it had to be.
You tried to take my brother's body out of the country. You seal the casket. You don't let us have a viewing. And now there's a new will? Or maybe not. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Word.
You're going to have to do better than that.
Well, it's all I've got.
What kind of a doctor are you?
I'm a neurologist. That's how I met Dimitri.
Oh, yeah. Don't tell me this blind date with...
It was a blind date.
Come on, Alex. Nothing but lies and half-truths since I met you. Now, what are you hiding?
It's complicated.
Only because you made it that way.
Oh, you don't understand.
No, I don't understand. And that's the problem. Now, you're going to tell me here and now the truth. All of it.
Never wanted this to happen. I met Dimitri last February.
In England?
At a restaurant.
The blind date with a mutual friend?
Yes. Are you sure?
I'm actually having more fun watching you eat it.
So Sean tells me you're here on business.
Yeah, Sean's lying. He said that you might not meet me if you knew why I was here. He also said that he didn't know how you'd react to the prospect of a blind date, so I guess I'm taking my chances either way.
So which is it? Am I blind or just stupid?
Well, I've known you through the rare lamb chop, piece of potatoes, oh yeah, some salmon to start, but I would say you're neither blind nor stupid. In fact, I think your eyes see just about everything.
Perhaps there's some things that I don't want to see.
I'm dying.
Heard those words before.
Yes, and you no longer practice medicine because
Why I no
of
longer
that.
practice is none of your business.
It is. If I'm going to persuade you to treat me. Your last patient was a boy, aged 9, Liam Avery. He loved to mess about with boats.
Please.
You struggled to save his life for 15 months. He dies in your arms. I know what I'm asking.
Do you?
Look, I've had my life. It's not the same. Whatever you can give me will be gravy.
If that's all you want, you don't stand a chance.
I don't want you to feel.
The only chance you have is if I do feel something. I mean, that's how it works. It doesn't always.
I'm not afraid to die. But I want to live. The rare lamb chop, a beautiful woman, an argument that means something. Life is sweet, and I want it. But not at your expense. No, not at your expense. Doctor, I want to thank you for meeting with me.
Wait.
Dimitri was dying?
He had a very rare condition, one that is usually terminal.
No, he wasn't even sick. We went skiing just before he left for England. He was fine. He was strong. He skied better than ever.
Well, he was in perfect health otherwise. You probably wouldn't have noticed his symptoms.
I only have your word to go on.
No, I have his records. He went to several other doctors before he came to me.
You treated him?
I can never refuse your brother anything.
Why the charade of a date? I mean, why didn't Dimitri just come to your office?
Well, I had reduced my medical practice considerably. I was taking on very few new cases. As for dinner at a restaurant, Dimitri had his own way of doing things.
So, after dinner, nice bottle of wine, you just decided to play doctor with him?
No. Obviously, I wanted to examine him before I decided to take on his case. So he came to my office, and oh, actually, that was the first time he mentioned you. I was running late that day, and
Hey! I was almost afraid that you weren't coming.
Didn't think you were afraid of anything, Mr. Merrick.
Oh. Yeah, well, I filled that out, and these are my records. I had them sent over.
I read them. Campanella's a good doctor. Just gives up too quickly. Marsden, well,
Cold hands, right?
so I hear. When was it that you first noticed something was wrong? Something was different? I'm not looking for anything clinical, just your own personal experience.
Well, it was after the aqueduct. My brother and I, we were trapped. It's a very long story, some other time. But I had to dive underwater to save him.
It was right afterwards?
No. Actually, it was a little while after that. I just assumed. I mean, it was the only thing that made, any sense.
The dizziness.
Yeah. I thought it was an inner ear thing that I'd gotten water in my ear.
Saving your brother.
Edmund. You got any brothers or sisters?
What brought you to Campanella?
Well, nothing tasted good suddenly, and by then I thought it might be a dental thing, so off I went to Budapest. I saw a neurologist there, and he sent me to Campanella.
But you enjoyed that lamb chop? Things taste good to you again?
That depends on the company you're with.
Do things taste good to you, Mr. Merrick?
No.
And from now on, you'll tell me the truth?
Yeah.
Thank you. Roll your sleeve up, please. You're afraid. It's good. You have reason to fear. But you're not alone. I'm going to help you. But you've got to stop charming me and start trusting me.
Okay, you win.
Strong pulse. Strong man. So tell me about your brother, Edmund.
Edmund. Oh, well, he's brilliant. He's a rider, stubborn, and, he's grief-stricken. He lost his wife in a plane crash a few years ago.
This is before the aqueduct.
Yes.
So you saved him from more than just the water?
Yeah.
I know what that's like. Trying to save someone you love. We're going to draw some blood to see what's going on. And then, we're going to save you.
He had a prion disease?
A normal, healthy brain constantly sheds and replenishes cells. Now, in Dimitri's case, the shedding process had become extremely accelerated, and the replenishing part was no longer functioning.
His case was terminal?
There's no known cure.
So he's got a disease that is rare, prognosis apparently fatal, and yet you decided to treat him.
That's right.
What was in it for you?
I beg your pardon?
What was it? Prestige? Marriage? Or was it just money?
You know what? I did have a motive. I wanted to save the man I loved, and I thought he had a chance. He responded so well to the medication that I began to hope that he could be completely cured. I see no indicators of rogue cells, and there is a definite regeneration.
Wait, you're saying it's working?
Yes, as I expected.
As you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't think I prepared you for good news. I mean, it is good news.
I'm gonna live.
You're in remission.
No big words, just the truth.
When was this?
A few months ago.
So Dimitri seemed to be cured?
He was in remission. He continued to improve.
So your job was done, and yet you kept seeing him?
We'd fallen in love.
Did Dimitri know that he was cured when he proposed to you?
I agreed to marry Dimitri because we believed we had a long future together.
You didn't lie about the prognosis.
No, of course not.
So he proposes, you get married, you jump on a plane to see his family, and all of a sudden, boom! Dimitri, cured, now dead. Tell me what really happened on that plane.
Oh, we've been through this.
Humor me.
As it said in the report, he died from an aneurysm.
All right, so he wasn't completely cured. All you did was buy yourself some time to manipulate my brother into marrying you. That was a hell of a get-rich-quick scheme.
But he didn't die from a prion disease. That kills slowly and painfully over a long period of time. His death was nearly instantaneous.
Oh, okay. I should feel good because he died instantly.
It's simply a fact. His death had nothing to do with the disease.
He survived a fatal disease, and somehow he dies of an aneurysm. It doesn't add up.
But it's the truth.
It's the truth. And why is it so important for your history with Dimitri to be kept a secret?
Oh, it's what he wanted.
Oh, great. Your lies are Dimitri's fault.
I promised him.
What kind of a promise is that to
It was
me?
a god-awful one, but I keep my promises.
It doesn't make sense.
He never wanted to cause you any pain.
He's not, Alex. You are.
You have to believe I'm only trying to honor his wishes. I never wanted to hurt you. He loved you so much.
My brother trusted you with his life. And I can't even trust you to get a simple answer. I don't know what to believe.
Does your family know you're ill?
No.
Why not?
Well, there's no point, is there?
I get great comfort from my family. Support. Are you married?
No.
Have you ever been married?
What, have you?
My point is that most people...
I'm not most people.
Doesn't anyone love you? They deserve to know.
That I'm dying.
No. That you are more alive, more awake probably than you've ever been. That you are battling for your life. That you have things to say, questions to answer. This isn't just an isolated thing, this disease in your brain. It's not just cells. It's your whole life. It's not fair shutting people out. And you need them.
All right. Number one, I'm not married. Not anymore. Number two, my son. Yes. Well, him and I, oh, yeah, he's a grown man. He has his own life.
What about your brother?
I love my brother.
Well, then tell him.
I can't. 2 years ago, he lost his wife.